時は今。夢への道切り開く。皆さん、時は今。これを使うよ。力がみなってる。活目せよ。やあ、偉大な錬金術の力。やったー、大成功。いけー。勝てた。
After a few weeks of waiting for some new news for Atelier Resleriana, we are finally getting some brand new information about the game, which from this point I'm just going to be calling it Atelier Resna because it's easier to say and much cuter of a name. Not saying the other name isn't cute, but I think this one is a little cuter. I wanted to do a follow-up video for the initial reveal for Atelier Resna because it was a great shocker to a lot of people to kind of find out that it's going to be a mobile game and not a traditional trilogy game following up Rise of 3. And I kind of wanted to give my initial thoughts on how I felt about that and to talk about this brand new clip that dropped for the battle system, which is going to follow up with a new live stream on August 28th, which I will definitely give some more feedback on that when it does come out. But for now, let's break down this short clip of the battle system. Even though it was a small clip, there's a lot to unpack here, and I'm also going to talk about the impact this game is having on the Atelier fandom as a whole. Now, I know this is not the route a lot of Atelier fans was expecting or wanted after a end of a great trilogy being Ryza, but Ryza is doing wonders for the Atelier brand, and with 3 great solid entries and the anime doing extremely well, I think Kill Tecmo doesn't want to ruin the hype that this game is making for the Atelier series. It's doing really well, it's doing numbers for the series, and I think this is actually good for the series to take a little bit of a breather to kind of focus on other things while Atelier Ryza is still booming. Now, I don't think they're going to milk it as much as Atlas does Persona 5. However, I do think they are going to kind of let it ride the wave until it really kind of hits the shore for it being over. And, you know, a little bit of a breather, especially since, you know, Atelier Marie came out this year, along with Ryza 3. I think this is a good shift for the series in general. I know a lot of people are worried about it being a gacha game and has the potential of being shut down, which, you know, a lot of gacha games has that potential of happening, like Atelier Online and soon to be Destiny Child, my sweet child. How could they take this away from me? Anyway, different story, different topic. Back on track. I think if Kill Tecmo handles this in the right way, they could have a pretty successful gacha game on their hands. Now, if this game was just a mobile game, I would be a little bit more worried. But the fact that this game is also getting a PC client being through Steam has the potential of bringing in a lot more people, and the fact that you can use a controller while playing it, which is a good deal. The reasons why I'm not truly worried is because Honkai Star Rail exists. Love it or hate it, you cannot deny the impact this game is having on the JRPG space for gacha games. It is incredible to see. The numbers do not lie. This game made 6 million after 24 hours of being released and $130 million after the initial global launch of the game with only a month. That is some crazy numbers, and I'm sure Kill Tecmo and a lot of other companies are looking at it like, I want a piece of that. So if they kind of follow the same formula as Honkai in a T and do it in an Atelier way, I think they could have a really good gold mine on their hands. But they have to do it in the right way. With that being said, this small clip of the gameplay and showing off the potential what the game could be like gives me good promise that the game is starting to follow that formula. Now, let's kind of break down that clip finally. I know this is what a lot of people are clicking on the video for, so let's get right into it. The combat is going to follow a traditional turn-based kind of style, which will have a basic attack, a magic attack, and a burst, which will fill over time, and I'm sure you'll be able to use it at any point of the game, and it looks like it will skip straight to the beginning of the rotation, as it does in Honkai Star Rail. And you also will be able to use bombs and other things like medicine that you'll be able to craft. It is an L tier game, so I wouldn't expect any less. The only thing I kind of find odd about the combat initially is that it's not really flashy or fast paced like Rise of 3 is. In that game, you are snapping, you're moving, your characters are moving, there's all kinds of things happening, and it does seem kind of odd that they are taking a more simpler approach. But it makes sense that it is a new game, so maybe this is something that they will change down the line, and when they find out the game is a little bit more successful than it potentially could be. So it could change later down the line. So I'm not really that mad about it, it's just a little odd to me. The other thing that you can see in the clip that there is autoplay, so I'm sure that you'll be able to play it when you're not really paying attention to the game. As well, you'll be able to speed up the combat, which is also pretty good if you choose to go that route. At this moment, they didn't really show any other characters that you can use within the game. They only show Resna that you can use, and I'm sure we'll be able to get more gameplay footage on Monday through the live stream. And I want to see more of the open worldness of the game because it has to have stuff like that. And the only thing that really kind of worries me at this point is the gacha game element of the game. It is a big part, and it is a gacha game, so they're going to want you to spend money, and the route that they take with the game, I just hope is a little bit better than what I think is going to be, because I know they're going to bring in other alchemists from previous games like Riser, Sophia, Verona. I'm very positive that that is going to be a thing down the line, but I hope and wish that they don't only rely on those characters. I want them to bring in supporting characters as well, like Claudia and Lent and other great characters from past Atelier games, because there is a lot of great supporting characters within the franchise, and I know a lot of people would be happy to see their favorite supporting characters in a game like this. I also hope they don't limit the type of people that you can have on your team, like having only one alchemist, one swordsman, and etc. I hope they let you be creative about the teams that you want. That I want to have all alchemists on my team, or I want to have all swordsmen on my team. Now I'm sure there are going to be different roles that you can take with different characters that's fitted for certain monsters and everything else in between. I wouldn't expect any less, but I hope they do allow you to be more creative with the teams that you can have. That will add a lot of value to when the game does come out. I also hope they allow you to walk around with whatever character you choose to walk around. If not even that, just an alchemist in general, Riza, Verona, Sophie, whoever, I don't care, as long as they add a little variety to the person that you're walking around in. I know that would probably be asking a lot, and for a new spin-off game that is featuring a brand new character, I know that'd be a lot, but I think it would add so much more value for a gacha game like this, where it will let people feel like they're controlling their own story and team that they want. Now they could take the route that all Hoyoverse games do, where you're using a set team and there's certain story missions. It switches back to Resna, as she is the protag of this particular game and story. But when you're walking around and doing all the L tier things, it'd be cool to use the alchemist of your choice or character of your choice. I think that'd be pretty cool to have. Whatever the case, I am super excited for the new info that we're going to get in Atelier Resna on Monday for the live stream, and I will make a video discussing and talking about everything that they talk about within the video. But in the meantime, let me know how you guys feel about the game in general. Do you guys agree or disagree with a lot of the points that I made in this video? Would you ever have preferred a new trilogy over a gacha game? Or do you think this is a good breather for this series? Let me know down in the comments down below, because I would love to know, because I love talking about this kind of stuff. LTR is one of my favorite series. And the last thing I'll make a point on is that this game needs to come to the West. It has to. Kill Tecmo, Gus, please let this game come to the West. It needs a global launch. I feels like it will be better for the game and healthy relationship of the game, it will be great if it does come to global, the West. Whatever the case, I want to know what all you guys think about the game in the comments down below. And with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this kind of content and would like to see more, consider subscribing and liking the video, as this does help the channel a lot. Also, if you want to consider joining my Patreon to get bonus content like thumbnails and ideas for new videos, as well as getting your name at the end of the videos for each new video I make, that is also a possibility as well. Until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Next time, goodbye.